Yo, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we've got some great information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. This is the little game that could, maybe, should, would, but just hasn't happened yet here in North America. For those who don't know, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, it was a double pack kind of built into one cartridge, a 32 gigabyte cartridge on the Nintendo Switch that launched with the system in Japan, and the rest of the world has not seen the game yet. However, there is a listing on GameStop that shows off that Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 will be coming over to the Nintendo Switch. So this would be 2+ years after the system has launched, we would maybe see this game. Now, I'm wondering, is this really going to happen? Because Nintendo still hasn't talked to it at this point, and we have another Dragon Quest game coming out for the Nintendo Switch this year, and that is Dragon Quest XI S. That's probably going to look, run, and play a lot better than these ones, because the games actually play pretty well on the PlayStation 4. However, the Nintendo Switch version was plagued with a number of issues, and the frame rate wasn't that great. There's also some issues with the visuals and kind of some of the stuff that was going on. Still playable, but definitely not anywhere where you kind of want it to be, considering what the Switch can do, especially because the game was on the Vita, and it didn't seem like it ran too much better than what was going down there. But it does seem, once again, because this listing has appeared, I think, last year as well, so it does seem like this game could come over, but maybe it doesn't. It just has a placeholder on this list, along with like Animal Crossing and stuff like that. So maybe it comes over, maybe it doesn't. I'm not really sure. I don't think anybody even cares at this point, unless this version of this game is actually really good. If it's like the same state that it was back like when it launched in Japan, and I'm not even sure if they fixed it, I don't think that this matters at all if it was to come over. I don't think people are going to be excited about it, just because there's still a lot of issues compared to the PlayStation 4 version of the game, which has already been out and been discounted, and you can check it out on there or even on the PC as well. So for me, they're gonna have to make sure that they clean this one up for me to even care about it, but we'll have to wait and see. Nintendo still has a direct to do probably at E3. They're gonna have another direct after that, so you never know. Maybe they announce it, maybe they don't. At this point, it's like whatever to me, but there are some people that probably still want to play it out there on the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 being listed on GameStop for a 2019 release? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next topic here, there is an unnamed company in Japan that is looking to hire for a big RPG on the Nintendo Switch. And what we do know, because there really isn't much, but what we do know is that this company is not very far from Marvelous in Japan. So something is going down, and it's going to be a big RPG on the Nintendo Switch according to the listings that they do have. And this is what I've been saying for quite some time, right? When it comes to Nintendo Switch, when it comes to what it's going to do going forward, there's going to be a lot of Japanese developers lining up to create content for the Switch. We're going to hear about a lot of stuff, especially this year. We've already gotten some big surprises, even from Western developers, right? Ninja Theory with Hellblade, but we've already got some surprises with Dragon's Dogma. We're having Final Fantasy games finally come out on the system. Final Fantasy 9 is the #1 game on the eShop, so if that game can come out and do that well, you know there's going to be so much more Japanese developers coming out. We do have Astral Chain with Platinum Games and Nintendo, and there's even going to be more, and this is just one of those unknown big projects that's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm not sure what it's going to be. I don't have any ideas that I can think of, because it's an unnamed big RPG. They're hiring it. We don't know the company or anything, unless you can kind of target down based on some of the information below. So I'm not really sure what's going to be going on with this game. But what I do know is that Japan is going to be pulling out a lot of great RPGs, a lot of great content for the Nintendo Switch in 2019. I think we just got started when it comes to the Nintendo Direct that we had. There's going to be a lot more announcements. There's going to be announcements throughout the year for Japanese titles coming over, because the Switch is just straight up killing it, even year on year, more sales than what they had previously. Nintendo's obviously doing good in Japan. They're doing good worldwide. Sales are up. So we can all just expect more Japanese developers to hop on, and more Japanese developers to bring out their next wave of games games, maybe from Koei Tecmo and other companies like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Japanese companies announce what, what ports come over, but it seems like this is going to be a new big game coming out. So what do you guys think about this potential new big game coming out for the Nintendo Switch? What type of RPG would you guys like to see on the system? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, has actually congratulated the Reginator on his awesome career at Nintendo. This is something that I wouldn't have expected to happen. I didn't even know The Rock was into Nintendo or gaming like that. So here's what The Rock had to say recently on the Nintendo of America Twitter page. He had this to say with the whole video with Reggie announcing his retirement. Congrats on such a prolific and epic career, amigo. Way to impact lives, mine included. Thanks for creating fun. And he has the waving signs and also the fist as well. So shout outs to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The Rock was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up as a kid. We used to always play around, do the rock bottom stone cold stunners. Some of those matches were amazing. So to see somebody as huge, larger than life as The Rock, obviously the highest paid actor in Hollywood right now at this point, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, one of the greatest entertainers of all time, for him to come out here and congratulate Reggie is actually pretty cool and something that I didn't expect at all. We've been seeing guys like Phil Spencer and Sean Layden and a lot of the industry execs kind of come out and say something, but this is the first time that I've seen like a celebrity like The Rock, which has been in video gaming before. I'm pretty sure he has his hands in some stuff that's went down. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know that back when the Xbox was first revealed, the original Xbox, he was like there with WWF and like Bill Gates and all that to promote that system. So that's the only time that I really know that The Rock was into gaming or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure he's probably played Nintendo games, probably has a Switch on the road, right? Like when he plays for like his movie roles and all that stuff. So pretty cool to see The Rock come out here and congratulate Reggie on his career. And of course, Reggie touched a lot of lives when it comes to what he did at Nintendo and interacting with the fans and all of that. So of course, Reggie, you can't replace him. All you can do is just say, you know what? Enjoy what you've got, man. Congratulations on your career and good luck on what's next. So what do you guys think about what The Rock had to say about Reggie Fils-Aimé and his career at Nintendo? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, and I'm not really sure why this even needs to be said, but I guess it's reconfirmed once again that Resident Evil 2, the remake, isn't going to be coming to Nintendo Switch at this point. And the community manager recently stated that once again. So some fans have said, oh, well, is there any plans? They're just kind of like begging for the game, or they really want the game, or whatever the case is. Obviously, Resident Evil, Nintendo, there's the Resident Evil games coming out, right? Like Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4. So some people were wondering, well, maybe could we get Resident Evil 2? The Capcom community manager had this to say on it. No plans on that, comma, no. So there you go, because somebody did ask on Twitter. So once again, it's not coming. And then somebody else asked again, like, is there a possibility of it happening in the future? Not even somebody else, the same person said maybe plans in the future. Then once again, probably not. They said probably not. So not a completely no, but probably not. Guys, I'm not sure if this is going to happen. Obviously, Resident Evil 7 still isn't on the Switch officially. It's the streaming thing. So if this did come over, it'd probably be that. It'd probably be like Microsoft xCloud streaming Resident Evil 2 or something like that. So I think it might come over in that capacity, but in a normal on the cartridge capacity to where you can play it straight off of your system like that without some type of streaming thing. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Capcom wants to invest that type of money into it when Nintendo might be talking to them about the next Nintendo Switch, to where they can probably invest into that and bring it to that system or something like that. Since we're going on more than 2 years of the Switch past in March, maybe Nintendo's going to bring out something in the next couple years, in the next few years. They'll just kind of put the games on that system. I'm not really sure what's going on, guys, but it's not coming there. I already bought the game on Xbox One X. It's pretty cool. So if you want to play Resident Evil 2, at least at this point, you're going to have to play it on your PC, your PlayStation 4, or your Xbox One, just like I did on my Xbox One X. It's a great game. So what do you guys think about this here? Would you still want to see it on the Nintendo Switch? Do you still think there's some hope? Which I don't think there is, but would you still want to see it on there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, we got a little bit of I'm not really sure how to call it, but a little bit of a mishap going down with Mortal Kombat 11 and some of the PR around the game and the characters, because they recently had a Reddit AMA, which stands for Ask Me Anything, and one of the community managers was talking about the game and answering questions, and people seem to be a little bit peeved about the amount of characters in the game and them missing fan favorites. And of course, this usually never goes well when this happens. So here is what Daniel Said, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Sorry about that, Daniel. Or Danish, sorry, senior UI artist. Danish said, I said Daniel, it's Danish said, and I'm probably butchering his name. Here's what he had to say about the whole Mortal Kombat 11 character controversy, or the ones that aren't coming back, or whatever the case is. He started off by saying they can't please everybody, and he said Scarlet, Baraka, Cabal, Jade aren't fan faves, and there's more to come. As MK Reddit demonstrates, you can't please everybody. 30 years of history, no matter who we include, you can always say, what about so and so? You may not like every choice, but overall, I think you'll be happy. So, of course, that pissed off some people, because some people are like, well, we want everybody. Smash Brothers has everybody, so we want everybody. No, I'm joking. They didn't say it like that, but people were kind of upset with that type of answer, so then he reiterated or kind of retraced what he wanted to say and said, quote, to be clear, my Reddit comment was not meant negatively. I was simply using it to illustrate that there are a wide variety of tastes out there and everybody has their own wish list. I did not mean to invalidate anybody's opinion. So there you go, guys. Mortal Kombat 11 will not have everybody, because the series has been out for 30 years and it'd be very tough to include everybody, so it's going to have a lot of people, and you should be happy with it, because some people are a little worried about them including some of the fan favorite characters as DLC, a la Street Fighter 5, right? They didn't have like Blanca and some of the normal characters back from like the original Street Fighter. Oh, those are coming as DLC, or Street Fighter 2 I should say, or like Sagat, for example. Oh, that's DLC, you know, some other type of thing there. So they're afraid about that, and I can understand, because it's like when you buy like a new game, Mortal Kombat 11, you want it to have everything. You want it to have so much different stuff here, but unfortunately they can't do that. Unfortunately, it's not going to be like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is crazy that that game even was made in the first place. I still don't believe how many characters are in that game, but like, everybody can't be like that. You're going to have some cuts here and there. Heck, Smash Bros. Had cuts all the way up until this point. So it's just gonna happen, guys. Will they return as DLC? Probably, or maybe they'll just make new characters. Either way, if you feel that the game is worth the value of the $60 with what they include in there, then buy it. If you feel that they don't have enough of your characters that you want, then don't buy it. I really think that's what it comes down to, and we'll see what goes down in the end once the game does launch, because it's coming up pretty soon here, guys. April is going to be the launch date for that game, April 23rd, to the end of April. So what do you guys think about this whole Mortal Kombat situation, in addition to various other topics that we discussed? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.